Welcome to Metro Vancouver Close Up, highlighting local leadership in sustainability. Drinking water. It's delivered by Metro Vancouver clean and safe to over 2.4 million residents through municipal systems, and as long-term storage and treatment plans are regularly reviewed. Recently in Vancouver, a group of citizens met to imagine water's role in the region 25 years out in an innovative scenario planning event.
This is Watercity event number 3 of a series of 4 that are happening this year. It's being hosted by Waterlution, which is a Canada not-for-profit organization that looks to build dialogue around what our relationship is with water. For this event, we put together some predictions that other people have made for what the future could look like at a global and a local scale.
I think in terms of water, the idea of bringing together people to learn about something like municipal, regional, provincial, federal jurisdiction and how they overlap, I think it puts them in a much stronger position to feel like they're offering solutions to problems that actually might work in the context of that system.
Watercity's facilitators guided participants to imagine future scenarios about water, such as supply, demand, and ecosystems.
Vancouver is now the bluest city. In 2040, Vancouver is a world leader in water management. We moved to closed-loop management and engaged citizens on the value of water. So that was very water-focused. Within Vancouver, we'll be putting together just something for decision makers, for anyone who's interested. It'll be available online to look at and just get a pulse for what people are thinking about.
One important use of water is for drinking. Metro Vancouver and local governments work together to deliver it through an expansive infrastructure system of reservoirs, pumps, and pipes. The experimental ideas and dialogue at events like this can help planners as they look ahead to the water needs of future generations.
When we get people together from different sectors and from different backgrounds, we can really come together and sort of understand what different people are thinking. And so I'm really excited to come home with a new perspective.
Kitchens and bathing areas. Like the hubs won't just be separate living, they'll be more combined.
This exercise is actually a kind of citizenship muscle flexing that allows for people to get used to having these kinds of conversations. And the role that local governments can play is actually to pay attention to what these folks are saying. Because the meaning making that happens here, the thinking about the future, the ability to detect emerging trends before they sort of hit the mainstream, that can all happen when citizens engage in dialogue like this.
Effective use of land helps build a prosperous urban region. And in Metro Vancouver, 2 keystone areas are town centres and industrial, also known as employment lands. Maple Ridge is contributing to these regional priorities by offering a range of development incentives in both its town centre and employment lands. Maple Ridge has created incentive programs that aim to draw people and businesses to the town centre.
We know the region is growing, and we're going to be accepting a lot of that growth. And we wanted to make sure that we did it in a way that really made sense for the community.
Creating a populated downtown transportation hub was a key goal for the city.
We want to set examples for sustainability in the region, and we definitely see our town center as an opportunity to do that, to build out density and to have more people in space that attracts commercial business and more office space.
The density created by this program reduces commuting and allows cities to focus their services in a more efficient way.
Everything they need is right here within walking distance, and the West Coast Express station is just a few blocks away as well.
The effects of the program are already palpable downtown.
There's so many more people on the streets. We've got people living here now. We have the farmers market there on Saturdays. We've got a lot of festivals in this town, so it's just the vibrant feel here is just incredible.
The City of Maple Ridge also introduced an incentive plan that focuses on industrial land and employment.
The Employment Lands Investment Incentive Program is kind of the next piece of the puzzle. We've got all this density now in our town centre, we're a growing community. We need jobs.
Incentives are given to businesses that maximize the use of their industrially zoned lands.
The incentives there, again, are some breaks at the front end when they're making the initial investment, and then tax exemptions for a number of years afterwards.
A big part of this program is a new industrial park.
One of the beneficiaries of this program are going to be businesses that come to the Kanaka Business Park. The city's going to offer incentives to keep them going, both on the front end at the development phase, as well as tax incentives down the road.
Maximizing activity on existing and new industrial lands helps protect land that is better suited to other uses.
We don't want to remove ALR land to create industrial space. We do have industrial space right now that is underutilized. So the fact that we have space available allows us to contribute to industrial growth in the region.
With these land use incentive programs underway, it's clear that Maple Ridge is growing with an eye on sustainability.
Urban development that's compact allows space for natural ecosystems to have a chance to thrive, and in turn, all living things can benefit. But when invasive plants limit an ecosystem's diversity, this environmental artist puts a twist on the situation in Port Moody.
You can see here, there's this massive matrix of vines. This is where pulling ivy for working with is so fabulous.
Today in Kyle Park in Port Moody, a group is removing invasive plants. Rather than dispose of them, they have other plans.
Something that is an invasive species doesn't have a purpose, it doesn't have kind of a place within the ecology, and if we can change that and make it suddenly something that has a purpose or a use, then it has somewhere to go within that sort of waste stream of once it's removed, we get to do something with it.
The Port Moody Arts Centre has hired Sharon to lead this invasive plant weaving workshop.
It's really important for us to bring the community into the Arts Centre, but also for people to be able to take the arts out into the community and out into nature. So it's all part of the broader community idea that everyone is connected to nature and in some ways connected to art as well.
You are just going great guns. You were rocking along here.
People's personalities start to express themselves. It's a way of reconnecting to those traditional methods of working with their hands, but it also creates this intermediary step of what we can do with those materials that we maybe otherwise don't want. My approach is to take unwanted materials, such as invasive plant species, and repurpose them into weaving materials and have that as a chance to teach different hand technologies and weaving traditions with those invasive plants.
Sharon's art and philosophy reflect the urban nature of the region in which she works.
The big thing for me is that opportunity to reconnect to the land in a city, in an urban environment, that we don't need to get into cars and drive out into the country. To have that moment in nature, you can actually find that time in nature right in a city park or in an area that's a ravine or somewhere where invasives are growing.
Programs like these, which connect nature and art, reflect the ecological connection between many residents and art venues in the region. Metro Vancouver supports art and culture with Max Guide, a free online listing of the region's events, shows, reviews, and more.
1 billion liters. That's how much wastewater flows through the Metro Vancouver wastewater system each day. Much of the heavy lifting is done by gravity, but a few hills require pumping assistance. In North Vancouver, a pump station was recently upgraded and now is seismically sound.
The Lynn Pump Station in the district of North Vancouver recently celebrated its 50th anniversary with a major upgrade.
It was built in 1965, so it had very old electrical equipment, and it wasn't meeting codes anymore, so we upgraded all the electrical equipment. We also upgraded the wet well. The entire structure below grade was reinforced. Fiberglass reinforced plastic was laid along the walls, and the above grade structure was also reinforced.
These seismic renovations are necessary elements to contemporary pump house design. Green building techniques were another sign of modern times.
We reused all of the old pumps in the station. Our mechanics took them off site and had them rebuilt. The old structure was retained also, and we built an addition onto the pump station, so a lot of the old building structural elements were retained.
About 80% of wastewater comes from our homes. When we use toilets, sinks, showers, washing machines, and do anything else that sends water into a drain or pipe.
The Lynn Pump Station serves basically everyone to the east of us, all the way to Deep Cove. All the sewage arrives to us, enters our wet well, and is pumped up the 3rd Street Hill about halfway. From there, it flows by gravity to the Lionsgate wastewater treatment plant.
As efficient as it is, our sewer system can't handle everything we put down our pipes. Many products labeled as flushable may actually cause problems for your home and the region's sewer system. Common culprits include baby wipes, personal hygiene wipes, cleaning cloths, and mop pads. Instead, dispose of items like these in your garbage and visit metrovancouver.org for more information on what can and can't go down the pipes.
For more videos like these, check out our blog, metrovancouvervideos.org. Our thanks go to the municipalities, community groups, and individuals who help tell these stories. For Metro Vancouver Close Up, I'm Dagmar Timmer.